camp. That's our camp, and we try right now. Like I said, I had to downsize because it was too much. It was too much pressure on me. I didn't have enough resources for them. I tried as much as I could, but it's really hard by yourself, one person running a camp where you have to deal with mental illness and drug addiction, and then just plain depression, you know, and then families. I've had kids here. I've had families here, and it's sad.
How many folks are here now?
We have about 12 now. So it went from 32 to 12. But some of them got housed. Some of them got housed. The other ones, it was just too much. They were either in an addiction that totally disrupted the whole camp. What I do offer, I don't just kick people back out of the street. What I offer is like, hey, this is not working. I want to put you into a shelter. Or I can get you into a drug rehab. And I leave it up to them. If they're ready, they're ready. Sometimes they say, you know, no, that's cool, Des. No, I'll go ahead and go. Because they know our rules about hoarding and dirtiness and all this. And some of them admit, they'll be like, I have a hoarding problem, Des. It's not going to work for me. I have a hoarding problem. I am a junkaholic. I have to go out there and dig in dumpsters and get metal and aluminum and all this other stuff every single day. That's how I make my living. You know, and we do have a curfew here. So people, yeah, it's 10 o'clock curfew. It's just to keep, I didn't have it at first, but the elements that we're in the most dangerous spot in Fresno, California right now. This is the most dangerous spot in Fresno, California. We have everything down here, everything. If you're not wanted somewhere in Fresno, this is the only place you're allowed. So the dropouts from the gangs, the actives from the gangs, the mentally ill, they're pushed out of other camps and they're pushed down this way, and the addicts, and then the drug dealers and the pimps. This area down here at night sounds like a war zone, and this is the only safety we have. The only safety we have. We've had people jump our fence, put guns in our face, because they were looking for somebody that they were told was inside the camp. We've had domestic violence victims come here for safety because our domestic violence shelter is full. We've had their significant others try to ram our fence with their cars. We've gone through so much trying to protect ourselves from the outside elements that everybody was in agreement that if we have a curfew, they were like, Des, I won't stay out there all night. I need structure and I need rules, is what they told me. I was like, what? So at first they were like, curfew? Yeah, I do my shopping at night, you know. Right. Now they're at, you know what? Thank you.
Right on.
Thank you.
Reasonable boundaries, but
yeah, and it is only because the area we're in is so bad. I got so much footage from this area at night. The shootings, the stabbings, the fights. It's bad. Outside this fence at night, after dark, it's all bad. You don't even want to leave camp. You don't want to leave camp. We have everything here for you. We got the kitchen, the bathrooms, the shower, the cooling station, TV, listen to your music. There's nothing out there on the outside of the fence except for drugs and sex trafficking and a lot of crime. Extortion is big down here. People got to pay us $35 a night to sleep, pitch their tent on the street. And these are housed community people that are coming down and controlling the unhoused population. It's the housed community that's coming down and pitching a tent on our sidewalk, acting like they're homeless so they can take over the whole block and sell their dope. That's the crime they can remove for us, not the individual that's just unhoused. There's a difference. There is crime inside of our homeless encampments, but being homeless is not a crime. So take care of the crime. That's what the law does. You take care of the crime, and we'll take care of the other things. We don't need the police to tell us how to live or what they feel is trash. They might think everything I have here is trash, but it's not trash to us. We built this with our hands, blood, sweat, and tears. Literally, we bled sometimes, hammering and nailing, but it's not trash to us. We might have trash that we pick up and that flies off the freaking highway daily. The amount of people that litter, like I never knew how many people littered until I lived underneath the bridge. Once you live underneath the bridge, you see how many people actually litter off the highway. We literally have stuff flying all day, every day. So, are we messy sometimes? This is about as messy as it gets. This to me is just a little too cluttered. Like, I would be like, oh no, that has to go out, that has to go out, let's fix this. That's me, you know, because I know that so many people hold us accountable for the way we look that I'm trying to, it helps them too. Because I tell them, pick up, clean your tent, clean your room, let's get this picked up. Because see, when they go from here to being able to hoard for years and do all this stuff, I mentally break them down to understand that when they move into an apartment, if you can have your tent all nice and clean the outside, when you move into your apartment, you're not going to be out there hoarding. You're not going to be bringing in stuff because you're going to already break yourself down to be able to live in an area and constantly clean. Everybody's got chores here. They do the dishes, they clean the bathroom, they rake the ground, they water the plants. Everybody here has a chore. I tell them, just like if you were living in your own apartment, you would have to wash the dishes, take out the trash, wipe down the walls, clean the toilet. Same thing you do in your apartment. I'm just preparing them for that. So they have rules and they have responsibilities here. And hopefully that helps them when they do get into their apartment. But my goal is to get the rest of these people that I have here housed before I end up having to shut down, because I don't know how much more I can carry on my back just running this place single-handedly. I have so many people reaching out to me that I don't even get to answer my calls, and that hurts me because people sometimes are mean. They're like, oh, I had this for you and you didn't answer me back, so I just gave it to a church. And I'm like, I'm one person. I had 50 freaking calls yesterday, 3 camp sweeps, and something's going on in my camp itself. Like, what do I do? You know, I don't want to lose the support, but it gets overwhelming because when support comes in, it seems like it comes in abundance at one time. And then we could go through a whole month and nobody's saying anything. We're just sitting around going, well, dang, where's the donations at? And then the next month, shoot. Like right now I have Project H2O. Project H2O is an outreach that I started when I first was out here because I did not have any water. I didn't know where to get water. There's only one place in downtown Fresno that would give me a little cup of ice like this for 25 cents. And that's what I literally would walk around Fresno downtown and eat the ice because it was so hot. I made 75 cents one day from panhandling.
Even your wildlife, little squirrel.
Yeah, those things are tearing us up. The only thing they didn't get to was our tomato tree right there, our tomato plant. Yeah, so they come from the water basin behind us. We've had to learn how not to, our whole garden, they ate up our garden. We've tried different types of plants and fruits and vegetables, and those ground squirrels, look, they'll walk up to you and take your food out of your hand and turn around and say thank you. They're that bold. But thank God they're only leaving over here. Over there we had a big problem with them too. But you know, we try here. I just say, if before anybody tells somebody that they're not worthy or they're bums or they're vagrants or whatever you want to call us, just sit down and talk to us first. That's all we ask. Just ask me my name. Ask me how I became homeless. Ask me about my life, and maybe you'll understand why I am in the position I am in life at this point. Don't judge me because TV shows you all the bad stuff about homelessness. They show you the arrests, the murders, the stabbings, the break-ins, the fires, but they don't show when you lose your home and you're forced to take everything out of a truck and put it on a sidewalk for the first time. They don't show what it feels like to be homeless for the first time and how lost and scared you are. They don't know what it's like to not sleep for a week, and that's not because of drugs, because you literally cannot close your eyes at night or you will be attacked. People have to understand, homelessness, you have to be up all night. That's the most dangerous time of the day for any of us out here in the streets, especially in Fresno. You don't get to sleep. So now you got, and then during the day you want to sleep on the sidewalk or a park bench or a bus stop, and you're getting woken up by the police. Move or get arrested. You can't be here. We had complaints about you. Yeah, really? Show me the complaint. That's what I ask them. They never do because you didn't get one. You just happened to be driving by and you didn't like me sleeping here. But sleep deprivation is real. And that's torture. That's what they use to torture people. Sleep deprivation. Now, if you have individuals that have to survive the night in Fresno and stay up all night, and then they try to sleep during the day and you're waking them up, moving them, and then you move them into areas where there's no trees, no shade, no nothing. Sleep deprivation will cause severe mental illness. Now we have a huge, bigger problem on our hand. They're not just unhoused anymore. Now you have an unhoused member with mental illness. Now we have to have not just housing, now we have to have resources for mental illness. They might have to go on medication. Why? Because they were homeless and mentally and physically and verbally abused. Come on. We can do better. We can do better. And I think we all agree the only thing to end homelessness is affordable housing. So I think people need to stop complaining about us being on the streets, because we do belong in your neighborhood. We do belong on your street. I don't care how much you paid for your home. If the housing complex next door wants to be affordable housing, you should open up your arms to the individuals, because you don't know who's out here on the street. You don't know where they came from. We have professors, we have millionaires, we have ex-Raiders football player. We have people that were somebody. Something traumatic happened in their life, and they either picked up a bottle, or they picked up drugs, or they went to severe depression, and then they ended up out here. But there was something traumatic that happened to us to lead us here. Mine was domestic violence. When I finally got the courage to leave him, I finally got the courage to go to the police, I finally got the courage to press charges, I wanted to take it to court. Fresno County DA, Alicia Smithcamp, I'm gonna say her name because this girl, it got to the point to where when you ask somebody for help and you have a DA saying, we only have winnable cases in Fresno.
Oh.
So when he said, I'm sorry, Des, we're not going to pursue this case because Fresno only takes winnable cases, and yours is 50-50. He could say it was rough sex. You could say it was rape. But we don't know. We weren't there. I said, I handed you the pictures. I showed you the evidence. You think that was fun? You think those marks and those injuries were out of play? And when he said, well, you know, the DA, she only accepts winnable cases. And if we don't feel that we can, by a jury, by reasonable doubt, we don't think we'll win your case. Yeah, we're not saying it didn't happen. We're just saying that we don't take anything but winnable cases. So if we feel we will not win, we don't take the cases. He said, just to make you feel easier, you're not the only one. We turn away at least 41 cases a month on rape because they don't feel it's a winnable case. So you know what that does to us? That puts us out here. Either you're gonna go into severe depression. I was one of the lucky ones. I was lucky. I fled the domestic violence. I fled all that stuff. I went to Marjorie Mason Center, which is the domestic violence place, and they told me by the state of California, by the federal law, I was not considered homeless because I had a car to sleep in. So therefore, I did not get to go into the battered woman shelter for protection. I had an amazing advocate that was there. It took her 3 to 4 months to talk the board into allowing me to come in. But when I went inside and found men working inside of a woman's domestic violence shelter, telling us what to do, when to do it, when I had to go scrub the floor in the kitchen in order to get some tampons, when I had to ask a man for permission to do something, I am back in a controllable situation. So I'm not gonna go home. I'm not gonna stay here. I'm going right back out there to the street in my car where I feel safer than I do in here. And that's what I chose. I chose to leave that place because I felt controlled. I felt the volunteers that were 18-year-old little girls knowing about my case and knowing about my information, they're just volunteers. And them little 18-year-old girls, they like to talk. They're talkaholics. But men working in a domestic violence shelter, that should have not been allowed at all, period. That's why I left. And then I ended up back on the streets. And I got into a school, CMAC, and it's a nonprofit school. I could afford it, $50 a year. Stayed there from 8 to 10. Then I would go down the street to Club 1 Casino, and I would park underneath and sleep in the car because they had cameras down there. And so I felt that if anything happened to me, they would at least have it caught on camera. That's the only reason I slept down there in my car. It's a lot of the reasons why a lot of us sleep in light in doorways. People think that we're trying to take over your business, but your business has a lot of light, and I'm safer in light than I am in the darkness. So I apologize for sleeping in front of your door, in front of your business, but it was my safety. And I hope more people understand I'm not trying to take over your place. I just wanted to be safe. And then sometimes they got to think about who we keep from robbing you when we're sleeping outside of your business, when I know it's a safe place and I don't want it to be ruined. Anybody that tries to break into your business, I'm out there fighting them, because you're not going to ruin my spot. I'm not going to get blamed for this, because who are they going to blame if they come to a broken window in the morning? Me. Because I just happen to be the homeless person that was sleeping there. So I'm going to get blamed. So there's a lot I think that people can learn out here. Just talk to us. That's what I think we want. Because we will talk your ear off out here. Oh, every single street family member out here will talk your ear off. They will. They will. And I call them street family members down here because if it wasn't for the individuals that I met, I don't know how long I would have lasted. I never got into the drugs, the alcohol, the sex trafficking. Did I hang out with those type of people? Yes. Why? Because they protected me. If I was to be in a tent by myself, being out there, people would come to me all the time. All the pimps would come. Then when I constantly said no, they send their girls after you. So it was safer for me to go into a high crime populated camp where they got the weapons and they do all the crazy stuff. I'm going to go pitch my tent inside their camp. You know why? Because we all became family. They watched after me. It didn't mean I agreed with what they did or I was involved with what they were doing. But that was the safest place for me to be, is in a crowded encampment. Because the more people that are in an encampment, the better off and the safer you are. When you're by yourself, you're a victim. And there's no witnesses. None. So why are we in large encampments? Because it's safer for us. It's not safe to be alone. We tell our kids when they leave the house, be careful, lock the doors, double check. Don't let strangers buy your car. Always check your car before you get in it. Turn on the light, check the back seat. I mean, we give them all these things because we know how dangerous the world is out here. It's the same thing for us. Homelessness does not discriminate, and I think people need to understand that, because I work out here with atheists and with Christians, with people that all different levels. We'll have sitting at the table, an atheist and a Christian eating out of the same bowl of chili, sitting there because we don't have any more plates or something. It's the most beautiful thing in the world to me, because they don't see race, color, creed. They don't see any religion. They don't hold nothing. Like the house community is so segregated. When you're out here in the homeless community, we're not, because we're all homeless. It doesn't matter if you're an atheist or if you're a Christian. You're still respected because you're a part of us now. You are our family. You are a street family. You're a part of us. At the end of the day, we're all homeless. It doesn't matter. There's the streets are run like prisons, though. They are. If you have somebody did something bad, you got to go to that person. Like if a Mexican does something, you have to go to the Mexican shot caller. If somebody black does something, you have to go to the black shot caller. White, same thing. It's prison. That's on the outside of the gate. But in a lot of the encampments and stuff, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. We fight with each other, but don't try and start a fight with us, because then we're all gonna come. But we watch each other. We disagree. We're just like family. Like, there's bad apples, you guys, don't get me wrong. There are bad apples, but we can't control that. There's bad house people. The only reason house individuals get away with anything is because they got 4 walls and a door to shut.
Privacy.
I can't see them smoking their dope. I don't see them drinking all the alcohol. I don't see them beating their wife. I don't see, come on. I mean, it's the same thing. The only reason you see the homeless do it is because we don't have 4 walls. We don't have a door to shut. You know, we're constantly getting our tents ripped out from us and damaged to where we had to sleep under a tarp. You know? So, just ask us. Just talk to us. We are so nice. We are. We look mean when you drive up. We'd be like, who are this? But, I mean, when you come approach us with dignity and respect, we give the same thing back. We give what you give. You came to our house, so of course we're gonna be like, oh my God, you know, like who is this? Has anybody seen this car? Does anybody know it? Nope. Everybody's walking up to the car. Who are you? You know, yeah, we're like that. We're overprotective of each other. Newbies and new cars, we're gonna question you because we don't know who you are. We don't know if you're city officials coming down here trying to act like you're part of us, or you want to help us just to get information on something. I don't know. But if you knock on my door and I don't know you, I'm gonna open the door and say, who are you? You know? So it's the same thing out here. We're really good people. We just need a chance and an opportunity. And people just need to start talking and communicating with us. And I think they'll better understand the people that are out here. My place is ridiculous. I mean, when you have a place like Capacity, I think you should think about opening the next one for another family shelter.
There we go.
Because our kids are our future, and if we don't change them and we let them grow up out here with the pimping and pandering and the drugs and prostitution and all that, you are a product of your environment. So if you want these children that are going to grow up and be somebody, a leader in our community, they are our future. So we need to take care of our kids first. That's what I think.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm homeless.
I do.
So we deserve to be here.
Oh, hell
Ain't no
yeah.
thugs here.
Yeah, right on,
Ain't
right
no
on.
thugs here. It's family here.
Right on,
We
man.
take care of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as anything else, man, we ain't doing that. You feel me?
I ain't worried about
You
it.
want to know the truth? Yeah, some people out here that really need help. But some people, you know what I'm saying, take care of themselves a little bit better. If you take care of yourself a little bit better, then you will act better. You know what I'm saying? That's part of life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the people that's sitting up out here doing that, on drugs, doing whatever they do, that's their motherfucking choice. You
I
feel
hear
what I'm
that.
saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, this is a
place
blessing right here.
It's a place where people can handle themselves and get themselves together, man. You know what I'm saying? I need to get myself together. I need a job. I need to handle my shit. I lost everything. Only one person I was with since I was motherfucking 19 years old passed away on me. You feel me? Cancer. But then at the end of the day, what, I'm stuck by myself? Never had a mother or daddy or nothing? Had to leave the haven? Yeah, I'm out here. But I'm not gonna just not take care of myself, not motherfucking make myself not look good just because I'm homeless. I don't gotta smell like shit because I'm homeless. You know what I'm saying? These people just, man, they wanna be like that. Some people wanna be like that, and you got people that wanna change. That's what this place is for. Change. So the people that's here is ready for change, man. Cause I'm changing myself. And I'm gonna always change. And each one teach one. If you teach all the kids that, goddammit, everybody gonna motherfucking follow suit.
Right on,
That's
man.
real.
Right on. Hell
So
yeah,
take
it's real,
that
dude.
with you.
Fucking
You know
love
what
it.
I'm saying?
This is
Take
my.
that with you.
It's
I mean,
the channel.
real shit, man. They not giving this shit to nobody that, you know what I'm saying, that don't deserve it, bruh. They gotta go out there and get it, B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They're working
If you
for
not
it.
gonna go get it, then how the fuck you gonna prosper, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully the opportunity should be abounding.
Shit, it's with everyone. It's an opportunity for everyone. But you have to take the steps to make it happen.
Right on.
If you don't want to make
Motivated.
it happen, then how the hell you gonna motherfucking say that ain't nobody trying to do nothing for you? Right or wrong?
No, I hear you. Yeah. Well, it's about meeting people more than halfway, man. And as long as you're going for it, dude, that's it.
It ain't even about meeting the people halfway. You already was out there, you know what I'm saying, trying to make something happen for somebody. They saying they homeless. Okay, you homeless, then do something for yourself. So you gotta start somewhere. Pick yourself up and lift it. I came out here with a backpack on with nothing else but the clothes on my back, man. And I'm okay. Homeless. Just because we paying for rooms, we stay for rooms, doesn't mean that we're not homeless, bro. We're homeless. Everybody's homeless unless you own your own home. You're homeless. I don't care what you're doing. So the homeless gotta stand up for themselves. Clean themselves up. Stop doing half of the shit they doing.
Real talk.
And you know, we can only provide the the gift of gap to do the things to help motherfuckers, man. But if you ain't gonna help yourself, why should you help you? You gotta take the right moves, man. And that's part of life, man, because that ain't right, man. You feel me? It's not right. You know what I'm saying? And these people here, they helping families, man. Real families, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care what people doing out here, but when you take that initiative to step up, that's what it is. Step up.